Okay, so this is one of the roads that we're going down towards one of the pickup points.
Mommy, don't do lots.
And you can see very much you need a four-wheel drive here. It's not like the banana, I can't sit on the back and take a picture. What I'm tempted to sit on the roof. No, I'm just kidding.
Mommy, you're hurting me.
That's not. Let's look at the picture. How long is this road? Wow.
Yeah, so it's another round trip of an hour.
Where we going again? Where we going, Mommy? Where we going?
Yeah.
Staging area, I guess, where people go way up. Some heated tents. Capacity for about maybe 200 people. So probably we'd have one driver doing lots of runs. Nice silver car.
So generally, if one boat arrives and you've got one vehicle, how many runs would you have to do?
At least two.
At least two runs.
Probably more like at the moment. If it's just like a Hilux truck, you can maybe get 20. So a boat's 50 usually, a little bit more. So yeah, you're probably more like three if it's just one vehicle.
Mommy, look out my window.
And so the people are basically just left on the beach waiting for the next ride to come down.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a little bit of a very basic staging area, so like a tent that's got a little bit of warmth to try and keep people from getting hypothermia.
Yeah.
Try and get them some water and stuff. But generally, yeah, they're staying around.
Okay. And is there a specific group that run that bit down there?
So yeah, sorry.
Is there a group that runs that bit down there?
Yeah, that's us. We're CK18.
Okay.
We run all the transport. There's another group that runs the actual landings
Yeah.
procedures down at a little bit further down the coast.
Wow, this is definitely worse than driving through the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, some of the difficulty is like it's a dirt road and it's kind of worn away a lot in the rain. So you get like quite sharp sections of rock kind of sticking out, as well as sort of big bumps and crevices.
You can probably hear by the journey that we're actually going over quite a lot of rocks. The car's squeaking a lot. It's not an old car. Oh wow, this is particularly bad here.
Where we going?
We're going to go to the landing point.
Is this starting point? Is this starting point? Is this starting point?
The landing point. Yeah.
Where did landing point? Is the landing point here or here?
It's
Here.
quite a way. I wouldn't want to walk up here, but I guess people do have to walk up here if there's no vehicles.
Yeah, before Matt was here, people would have to walk actually to here and then onwards all the way to the MSF camp, which would be
Wow.
another probably 10 kilometers, something like that.
Goodness me, 10 kilometres walking when you're soaking wet. I can't imagine.
But this one's really steep uphill as well. So this is something that you can't really do with that we run you can get a regular bus to Clio to do the leg along the main road, and MSF run that.
Yeah.
But this section is something that needs 4x4 cars and like sort of more off-road cars. So we do that. MSF don't really have vehicles that would be suitable for transporting people on this road. So at the moment we rent quite a lot of vehicles to do it, but they're all quite small. This is probably one of the larger ones we get. We can maybe fit sort of 8 people in here if there's children.
Wow,
Maybe a bit
really?
more, but, yeah.
So you were mentioning before about people sitting in the back of those open back trucks as well.
Yeah,
Just
so
sat on the
A lot
floor.
of the local farmers here, we actually drove past a couple, have pickup trucks. So we currently pay local drivers. It costs us a lot of money. It's about €1 per refugee. So that vehicle fits about 20. Their pickup trucks. And we pay them €20 to do this road, which obviously includes sort of mercy fee for having to repair their vehicle because the roads are so bad.
Yeah.
And it's quite important for us that we probably keep working with local drivers because before we were here, there were criminals exploiting the refugees coming up the hill. So they would give them a lift that was applied to be free,
Yeah.
drive them to the middle of nowhere, and then demand lots of money. Otherwise, throw them out, but somewhere where they were even more lost than they are here, away from a kind of road. And so any volunteer groups that came into the area were kind of slightly threatened or intimidated by this gang. And so nobody could really get in here, but nobody could really address the problem until we started working with a lot of the local people. And we sat with like one of the shopkeepers and said, how can we get rid of these guys? And they gave us the contacts for all the local drivers who we currently pay to do the runs of the pickup trucks. But once the arrival rates start increasing in summer, there's just no way that €1 per refugee is sustainable. So if we have a vehicle, we still want to employ local drivers, and that's really a big priority for Borderline Europe in particular, because they'll be the people employing the local drivers, and one of their staff members here actually lives in Clio Village where we started, just at the top of this road.
It's my house.
So she's Greek, and it would move to a system where there's a driver who's paid a fixed monthly fee or so on, and is on call, or multiple drivers if it's a very busy month, that sort of thing. Which means the costs are a lot more predictable. So here, some weeks we spend like nothing on transport, other weeks we spend thousands of euros.
So those bags that are dotted at the side, I'm guessing people have gone round and picked up litter and put it in those bags ready to pick.
Yeah. So we have quite a lot of people coming down here to do cleaning and so on, and then local drivers again pick up rubbish, and we pay them to do that as well. Clean up the beach. When we get to the lighthouse, you'll see it still looks really messy, but before it was just, you couldn't see that it was a beach. It was just rubber all the way.
You haven't seen messy till you've seen my house. Some local wildlife. So they look like life jackets.
In the bags.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's what it is. So here they must have been here for quite a long time, a few months.
I don't know how this car isn't falling to pieces. This is really quite scary.
I think this is the worst section.
Maybe. You feel the bumps? I'm sure he's just driving like a lunatic just to scare us. As we're driving along, there's quite a few bags, and there's life jackets and bits and pieces just dotted around.
Mummy has sent to our swimming pool last night, babe. When we've been last night, we
Turkey over there?
Right, yeah.
Wow.
The sea.
So how far is it?
It's about 9-10 kilometers. I think it's under 10.
How far, Mummy?
Look over there, that's Turkey.
It is Turkey.
Yeah.
And Mummy, the sea.
It is the sea, that's right. This is where the boats come in.
Yeah.
And sometimes they end up coming in by the rocks down here. And then sometimes they actually have to get back on a boat to come round again.
Yeah.
Which must be quite petrifying.
But the first people died in the water.
Some do, yes.
People funded by us.
The one,
So it takes time to organise that. Employees
the little boat
he speaks English
has
and
sank now.
has always lived in the village
Has
and
gone away.
is more than you. So we definitely go for her. And she's been away for last week. So. But yeah, we have a local guy suggested that instead of using
There's no
gravel,
doubt
we
that
could
they need
use
four-wheel drive anyway.
building material.
If I had rented a compact car, there's no way.
Oh god, no.
There's no way I could.
You would have got down here now.
No.
There's a couple of places you can sort of get if you drive really slow, but not down here.
See down there. It's quite steep.
Oh, Mommy, I
Do you know how long the journey takes to get from Turkey to here?
It's very variable. In a rubber boat, probably about 3 or 4 hours if you go direct. More if you're dodging Coast Guard or whatever. Some smugglers come and will drop people here and then go back in like very fast boats. So it could be like 45 minutes less.
Oh, look at sheep. Sheep.
So I think we had a rush hour.
Those sheep.
It's okay, we'll go left actually.
I see sheep. Hey, I see some sheep. Can we go past them?
We are going past them. Well, they're going past us. Thank you. Those sound effects there.
They're trying to see us. Hi, sheep. Hi, sheep.
Oh, so rocky.
So rocky. So
That's
rocky.
the last of them coming now. Okay.
No more.
It looks like the road's getting worse down to this bit here. Oh my goodness.
Mommy, the sheep is a funny one name.
They are funny, aren't they?
Because they all run around. You see, if there's more.
Looks like we're about to go over a grid as
There's
well.
an emergency.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So if there is a medical emergency, do they have an ambulance that can get down here?
No, we have to take people up this road. That's our job. So it would be in a car like this or something.
So even a severe medical emergency, you're going to have to take them up in this.
Either try and, if it's a camp seas, we could try and take them out by boat. But that doesn't really help the situation very much. It usually would take longer. So yeah, so in normal situations we would evacuate them by car up this road.
So in reality, would on top of the four-wheel drives that we've talked about before, a four-wheel drive ambulance as well work, or not really any points? Because you're going to be all coming the same way anyway.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So far we take a few medical cases, and usually it's few, fortunately. In our personal vehicles, obviously they don't go in the back of pickup trucks.
Okay, got you.
There are groups on the island, MSF fund ambulances and so on.
Okay. Are those four-wheel drive or just normal ones?
No, they're not. They're very normal. They wouldn't. I don't think they'd go down here.
Okay.
In any case, anytime we've called them, it's always been faster for us to evacuate people up here. But there are many other places on the island where the only access is by dirt road of this sort of quality.
And generally, what sort of medical emergencies would you have coming off a boat?
So we had in the past hypothermia, obviously, which was it's very nice to get them to a warm place. But doctors, if they're around, can treat that locally as well by warming some intravenous fluid, which is quite nice. But actually, we have all sorts of situations. So if anybody's got any sort of pre-existing medical condition that would be exacerbated by stress, so for example heart issues and stuff like that, then they,
Asthma and things, yeah?
yeah, definitely asthma, asthma. We had a person who had the message we got from the boat. Often we have contact with the boat before it's here. There's a service called United Rescues, which is basically a Facebook group to which people can send their location and their coordinates actually. And so working together, we summon rescue boats to that location, or at least we know where people are going to land. So the last medical case we had was somebody with a congestive heart disorder who was, quote, having a bad time. Which could mean anything from like feeling seasick to unresponsive for the last 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we had to. Unfortunately, the guy was okay. He was pretty responsive, and he was taken to hospital eventually.
Oh, wow, so I can see it down here. You've got some tents.
So this is our bus stop.
It's who?
It's a bus stop. It's like a transit area.
Okay.
So we call it point 8 because as everywhere on the island, the addresses are like 5th kilometre along this road. So point 8 because it's 800 meters from the
Point 8.
from the lighthouse
Okay.
itself. Yeah. So we can get out here and have a look around if you want.
Yeah.
No, the
Do you want
sea.
it? Okay, we'll do that.
And I'll